Every property owner owes you a safe floor, period. So let's talk about what premises liability covers. It covers almost anything where you can imagine where you're injured on somebody else's property. What about someone walking down the stairs and the stair falls away? I've had that case. Yes, that's premises liability. What about a store has a parking lot and they're open really late at night, but they don't have good lighting, and someone goes outside after purchasing product and then they hurt themselves because they slip and trip over an obstacle. Yes, that's premises liability. I've had that case too. What about a restaurant or a bar that knows they have a rowdy customers and a customer leaves and they end up getting shot? I've had that case too. That's premises liability. What about someone's at a grocery store and they're walking in and the snow has been plowed in a way to hide the curb, and that person steps on the curb, but it's not the curb, it's snow, and they fall and break their arm. I've had that case too. That's premises liability. These are all what commonly are called slip and fall cases, but they all have one thing in common. The person that was hurt was what's called legally an invitee. That's a real fancy way of saying, hey, listen, my place of business or home is open to you, and you know what? It's safe for you to come. And that's basically what premises liability is. If you invite people to partake in your business or come to your home, you're doing what you can do to make it safe for them. Now, you can't anticipate everything. If an airplane comes and lands on top of them, I had no idea that would happen. But you have to have a reasonable duty to make it safe for people to come to your home or business, especially if you're inviting them or telling them to come. Now, there has to be notice of the hazard at the home or place of business, but that notice is a two-pronged thing. Did they know or should they have known? Now, should they have known? People are like, well, no one's psychic, Mark. Of course they're not. But if you have a grocery store with freezers, well, you need to have somebody walking around to make sure those freezers aren't leaking, because if they leak and someone hurts themselves, that's injury. Now, if you open your store and you hold your store open for business when it's snowing or raining, you have a duty to make sure nothing's slick. You can't just open the store at 6 a.m., throw a handful of salt out, say, I've done my job. That's not how this works. If you're opening your store and holding it open, you have to make sure it's continuously safe for people to come in there within reason. So one handful of salt at 6 a.m. is not going to be sufficient for coming in all day, but a handful of salt at 6 a.m., visual inspection at 7, some more salt at 8, well, maybe we're getting closer. Now, some people say, hey, Mark, I was injured, but you know what? I wasn't paying the best attention. I had my phone in my hand. My kids were screaming at me. I was kind of rushing a little bit. Hey, listen, no case is perfect. Indiana has what's called comparative fault, meaning a jury or judge in some cases will say, hey, listen, your damages are $10,000, but you're 10% at fault. Therefore, your damages are only $9,000. That's all we're going to give you. We're going to reduce your damages by 10% because you were a little bit at fault too. So in Indiana, you don't need to have a perfect slip and fall case. You don't. You just need to make sure that you're not overwhelmingly at fault. So keep that in mind. Now, here at the Marc Lopez Law Firm, we understand that people are injured in slip and falls. It's incredibly frustrating. We get it. And you got the insurance company calling you. You have adjusters calling you. And listen, insurance companies and adjusters, they're not your friends. They're not. But I can be. Give me a call, 317-632-3642.